guys, welcome back to the Psychic Shari YouTube channel. We're here again talking to Sherry Klein as we discuss topics related to supernatural, spirit world, different things. Today, though, we're going to talk about animals, animal communications. Can we really talk to our pets? So, Sherry, is it really possible to communicate with your pets? And if so,
Absolutely.
how do we do that?
Well, of, of course, we can communicate in the obvious ways.
Talk
um,
to them?
yeah, like
Yeah.
stop and sit and things like that. But with telepathy, that's usually how they communicate. So
Okay.
that's what you kind of want to work on uh, when people want to know what their animals are trying to tell them. That's how they communicate.
Okay.
And if you really want to do it, you just got to sit down and get in silence and kind of meditate with them and watch their behaviors.
Hmm.
And
Okay. Does it take any special skill or gift? Or I know you're a psychic. I mean, you've been doing this for a while, and your extra special gifts are heightened. But can the average person do this too?
oh yeah, and it takes some doing. But like we say, do the telepathy. You can even play games. Like if they have a favorite toy, put it down on the ground and just with your telepathy say, pick it up and bring me the ball. Or if it's a cat, go over to the ball of yarn and then just wait and see. And
Okay.
it's not just with the domesticated animals. You can even practice this with when you're outside in nature with birds, or any kind of little critter. I'll have a lot of bunny rabbits in my backyard, and a lot of times they might be scared, or squirrels, but they're not scared because I use telepathy, like, "Oh, I love you. I'm not going to hurt you,"
Oh,
and they
really?
pick up on it.
Hmm.
So,
I've got some squirrels that keep jumping on my bird feeder. I'm not saying I love you to them. I'm saying something else.
it was funny too because I had my back door open, and I thought it'd be fun if one of them came in, and then
Oh,
I thought,
yeah.
"Oh, that might not end well." So
Mm,
I thought I better watch what I'm using with my mind, sending them thoughts. Come on in.
yeah, right, right. Uh, wha- so let's on the pets, your cats, your dogs.
Mhm.
What are some of the signs that they're trying to reach out to you and communicate with you? How can you tell?
Sometimes they will start to want to be around you a lot more. Like it's a cat or a dog, if you're on the couch, they may come and want to sit on you and always be with you. A lot of times they'll do that too. If you're sad or you've had a bad day, they'll come in and come around you to try to transmute some of the trauma. Um, but yeah, it's like with anything, trying to read them. You have to work at it. You have to know their mannerisms. And a lot of times, if they're doing bad behavior, that means, well, again, we have to go back to the telepathy with them. Sometimes they're doing it because they're nervous and they're scared. And you might, with your mind, say, what can I do to help you? Maybe make sure that at nighttime they're secure. Maybe they need to want to be like in a little cage. It might make them feel more secure. Um, yeah, it's like anything. You have to work at it. And again, do little games and things that give you the confirmation. The more you do it, the more that they'll pick up on it. And you guys will be able to communicate back and forth.
Oh, say okay. So just first step is just kind of be with them and getting their aura, like the last
Yeah.
video. They have auras too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
get in their
this is kind
aura.
of fun. Um, I used to teach classes, and we did this one time. My little cat would come, she came in the middle of the circle, and I took like a necklace just like this. Let me see if I can hold it up. And she was laying on her back. And if you take, I took this, just a necklace, and all of a sudden, I don't do it, I'm doing it now with my hands, but I mean, this thing just took off like that because her aura was just so open.
Really?
And and like I say, you have to hold your hand really still, like that, and to where you get it to where it stops. Hold it over them, and if they're sick or don't feel well, it might not move heart at all. But if they're happy and feel great, it'll, like I said, it'll do it by itself. It'll start swinging like this
Hmm.
all by itself. So that can be another way where get do this when they're happy, do it when you can tell they're anxious, or they're scared, because then, just like humans, they're going to pull their aura in closer to them.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Okay.
and with bad behavior, a lot of times it's like a little kid that cries out and throws temper tantrums. It's because they need attention and they don't know how to use their words, just like an you know any kind of little critter would. So
Yeah. Are there certain animals that are better with this communication than others? You know, you know how dogs are. They're so happy and happy to see you. Cats a little standoffish sometimes.
mhm.
One of them better than the other? Or, I mean, squirrels, raccoons. Is there any animal that has more psychic abilities to communicate than others?
I From the way I gather it, I would say that they're all pretty much even. An example, this is kind of coming to me. I had some ducks in my backyard. Had the mommy and then a bunch of her little babies, and it's like they instantly can use telepathy with each other. The mother will stop, and they just all stopped right in a row, and then they all start going at the same time.
Oh, huh.
And
Yeah,
just like birds, when there's a bunch of birds flying, um, well, they have the radar too, but and their auras and the telepathy. But it's like that you think they'd run into each other, but
yeah, yeah.
it's they're more, I think, spiritually enlightened more than humans, because
Birds are
all animals,
okay.
they can hear better, they can see better, and they can pick up on people's energy. So,
Okay. What role does empathy play? You hear people that are empaths or have a lot of empathy. Um, what role does that play in being able to communicate with your animals?
well, anybody who's an empath is somebody who not only can feel sorry for somebody, but they can feel how they feel. And when you do that, then you're more, a lot of times you're more heart centered, um, and you can pick up on the vibrations of people. So then, of course, they're going to be able to do it more with their animals. And the more that you can open up your heart and your energy, that's because energy is like a two-way street, just like thoughts, that's energy. It's a two-way street. So if you're closed down, um, but if you're really open, then it's going to be easier for them to communicate. And you can even do little practices like, again, not just, oh, pick up that ball, but just think things like, oh, do you want me to rub your belly, and see if they roll over on their back. So,
Oh, well, yeah, that's
you
interesting.
know, if they do want their belly rubbed, maybe they don't, and then they wouldn't. But um, that's
Yeah.
kind of funny. And then they're kind of throwing me off. Like children too, um, can be very good at, um, working with animals, and um,
Oh, yeah, I would think, yeah,
because they're just so open.
right.
And
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
All right. Anything else on that? I don't have any other questions.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't. I mean, if you think they're sick, you might want to take them to the vet. Um,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't replace things, and sometimes bad behavior, like let's say they, um, you know, don't potty in the litter box or something. They might have something physical wrong with them too. Maybe a little kidney infection or whatever goes on.
Uh-huh.
So you might want to take them to the vet for that too. It doesn't always mean that they're just trying to tell you something.
Yeah. Just sending you a message.
Um, well, yeah, they are sending you a message like, "Hey, I need to go to the doctor. I need
Oh,
some medicine."
yeah. Now this may be a little off topic, but just I did have one question. Um, you know how sometimes a cat or a dog can just look up and stare at a wall or something?
Hmm.
Are they like seeing spirits?
Yes, a lot of times they are.
Okay, so they can communicate with spirits
Right.
maybe better than they can with us, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can feel them, that's for sure. Sometimes if they're barking and their hair's standing up and they're showing their teeth, chances are it might not be a friendly entity. Or if sometimes
Yeah,
they just look and they know something's there and they just stare, it could possibly be somebody that they know that had crossed over.
yeah,
So again, they're highly intuitive. All of their senses are heightened. So the more you work with them, the better chance you would have on trying to understand the how they're going to communicate. Because just like humans, they're all different.
yeah. They are.
And even when I do readings, animals, from the way I gather it, they go to the same place on the other side as humans do, and they can give me messages through telepathy, just like that humans do. And
Oh,
if their little legs hurt on this earth plane, I may see them up dancing, and they'll say, "Look, my legs don't hurt anymore."
uh,
So they, it's telepathy.
wow.
So,
Very interesting.
mm-hmm.
Really
Yeah.
is. All right, I think that does it for this show.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for tuning in for the show. Hope you liked it. If you have a topic or a question you want Sherry to address, put it in the comment section. We'll see if we can get that done. If you'd like to book a private read with Sherry, just go to psychicshari.com. It's the website up top there. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell icon so that you'll get notified when we drop additional videos.
Yeah.
That will do it, everyone. Thanks again, and we will see you soon.
Okay. Bye,
Take care.
everybody.